Yeah. Thanks. Thanks. I feel so welcome when people throw teddies at me. That happens all the time to me. I'm father of 4 girls. You can take a seat. I'm father of 4 girls between 5 and 9. Some call it brave, others call it stupid. But I'm proud. And they throw teddies at me when I come home. And I'm used that when I'm standing on stages and preach, that people throw teddies at me because they are so excited. They also throw money normally. And other things. No, keep your underwear, Gucci. Keep your underwear. No, that goes way too far. I would love to talk about hope with you. And it's not easy to talk about hope because I got up. I'm from Switzerland, and I got up at yeah. Thank you. These are the people. They have no idea about Europe, and I got up at 4:30 to be here. 4:30, and I got up, and you look into the mirror when you get up. That's what I do, and you are shocked. This is the moment in life you desperately need a miracle, and you lose all your hope. Because there are things in my age you can't fix with makeup. Ha 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 ha, yeah. That's why I grew a beard. You can cover a big part. Some of you think he has a beard because he wants to look male, but I just don't want to frighten you to death. So let's talk about hope, because hope is a difficult thing. I would say hope is one of the most powerful thing we have. I just give you 3 things. Don't underestimate hope. First, don't underestimate hope. There was a guy called Canon Walter, and he did a research 100 years ago in 1942, not 100 years, 1942, called sudden death or voodoo death, because he did a research about people who died suddenly. There was one guy, he was bitten by a poison snake, and he died, and after his death they found out this snake wasn't poisoned at all. And so he did a lot of research about that, and he found out that it has to do something with hope and hopelessness. And the guy called Kurt Richter, a psychologist from the US, he did an experiment with rats. He took a bowl of water and he put rats into it. They're normally good swimmers, but they couldn't escape. So, dear kids at home, at live stream, if you are at live stream watching here, don't try this at home, yeah? Please, I just say it. Yeah, if you have a stupid sister with a stupid cat, you can use this, but don't take rats. So this guy, he took rats and he let them swim and let them drown. And in average, these rats have drowned after 15 minutes. Some of the rats he took out, let them restore, and then put him back in. He is not the nice type of guy, I think. But he put the rats back into this bowl of water, and these rats, this second sort of rats, they have escaped one time. They experienced hope one time. They didn't drown after 15 minutes. They swam up till 80 hours. Factor 240 times. And the only difference between the first sort of rats and the second sort of rats is the second sort of rats, they discovered hope one time in their life. So hope is a powerful force. Hope is given to us because we don't need to die. That's why God has given Jesus to this earth. Yes, it's about sin and all this kind of thing, but it's also because we need hope to survive life. If you lose hope about areas in your life, these areas will gonna die. If you lose hope for your relationship, this relationship will gonna die. If you lose hope for a marriage, this marriage will gonna die. If you lose hope for your family and your family and your friends will gonna die. If we as a nation lose hope for our nation will gonna die. If we together lose hope for Europe will gonna die. Because God has given us hope. And that Jesus is the hope. He is the light of the world, John 8. He is the light of the world. He is the hope that we can survive. So first, don't underestimate the power of hope. Second, there is hope. The problem is that we sometimes look at the wrong side of life. We sometimes look at Europe and see crisis, and we don't see chances. But there is hope. There is so much hope. It's all a matter of in what direction you look and what perspective you have to see your life. I was in Vienna at a meeting, and one of my friends had very beautiful shoes, and there was this was a special day, an important meeting, and this day a bird pooped on his shoe. This is not cool. So he was like, oh yeah, it's a bird, yeah? And it was really a bird. He pooped on his shoe. No, he did this. It didn't do this thing. But it was a bird. He pooped on his shoe. And now he has two things. He can look at his shoe. He can say, oh God, what a terrible day. A bird hit my shoe. Or he can say, what an incredible good day. What an amazing day. This bird missed my head. He even can go one step further and say, thanks God, cows can't fly. Can you imagine? It's all a perspective. How do you see life? You can look at Europe and say there is not a lot of things going on. A lot of churches are dying or things are not happening. I don't see this or that. But you can see God is on the move when you look at the right things. I was in Austria speaking at a conference. 10,000 young people gathering in a boring old cathedral. 10,000. 50% of them are not believing in Jesus. But on one evening, 1,900, the Pentecostal weekend, 1,900 received Jesus. This happened just in Austria. And we don't know about it because it's not our church denomination. We have to start think out of the box. God is not limited through our thinking and through our faith and through our denomination. That's not the limitation of God. That's our limitation. In Hungary, 3 guys started praying instead of doing party. And they started praying a Thursday night. This is party night in Budapest. They started praying, and within a month, 3,000 other young people joined. Now they have an incredible prayer movement. I was speaking at a conference close to here, 1 or 2 hours. 10,000 young people gathering in Germany, south of Germany. Hundreds of them received Jesus. This happens in Germany. In the Netherlands, Awakening, I don't know, 60,000 people are gathering. It is incredible. There are healing conferences from the charismatic side, and we had one in Geneva, and a lot of people experience God in a miraculous way today. God is on the move. And if you don't like these big numbers and conferences, why are you here? You can just listen to one single story. We have a ministry in Lesbos, Greece, where thousands of refugees entering Europe, and they don't feel so much love and appreciation from us. But we have staff there who try to show them the love of God. And one guy, Salib, he was totally hopeless when he entered after a long travel he had over the sea and all this kind of thing. He ended up there without hope. And he told us, when I met your staff, I first got a smile. And secondly, I felt love. And thirdly, I received Jesus as my Savior. And now he is a refugee in Europe, and in the past 1-2 years, he shared his hope he has found in this Moira, in this refugee camp. He shared this experience with other refugees. And listen, in the last month, he baptized himself 2,000 other refugees here in Europe. You can either see, oh, we have a refugee crisis, or you say, what an amazing move of God to bring all these people to Europe so that they can receive Jesus. but are we willing to share the hope that we have received? So secondly, there is hope. And thirdly, you are the hope. Now some people say, no, that's not true. Jesus is the hope. Yes, for sure. But Paul has written the big secret of faith in Colossians. He's writing Colossians 1. And then he said, there's a big secret. I tell you, Colossians 1:27, the big secret is Christ in you, the hope of glory. So there is hope because Christ is in you. There is hope for Europe because Christ is in you. And the question is, are you willing to share this hope with others? You say, oh, Bobby, I'm just a small guy or a small girl somewhere from a country you don't know, because it's not Switzerland and Swiss people don't know about other countries. So you have no idea where I'm come from. You have no idea. I'm a stupid, just a little small student, insignificant, like a piece of clay. Interesting. By accident, I have a piece of clay with me. Yeah, this piece of clay is just a stupid, boring, insignificant piece of clay. You say, oh, it looks like me. Yes, it does. At least like your head, or my head, unshaved. Yeah. This piece of clay I got from Israel, from a very interesting place. Don't tell it to other people in Israel because Mossad will come and take me. So I brought it with me from Israel because I found it in Shiloh. When the people of Israel entered Israel, they built the tabernacle at a place, and this was Shiloh. It was the place where they always went back to celebrate God and sacrifice. And to sacrifice, they had to enter the tabernacle or the holy priest. They were not allowed, but the Bible tells us that small pieces, they can sacrifice in visual range to the tabernacle. So that's what they did. And they had a lot of jars of clay, pots of clay, and they were unclean after sacrificing. What are they allowed to do with that? Nothing. So the Bible tells us if you smash them on the ground, they got pieces of clay. And these pieces are clean. 3,000 years ago, the Philistines destroyed this place. And people and theologians say, oh, this Bible thinks this is just a fairy tale. But you can go to Shiloh like I did. I was there twice or 3 times. I have a lot of these pieces at home. You can go to Shiloh. You don't have to search. You just can make like this. And you have pieces of clay. And archaeologists, they say, what's this? Where do they come from? Because millions of these pieces are there on the ground till today. Since 3,000 years, because the Israel people destroyed all these pots, and till today you find these pieces of clay there. And they tell us a story of a God that was with these people like He is with you and with the people of Europe today. A God who is faithful with us. This piece of clay shares the story of truth and of hope. Be as stupid as this piece of clay and share your story of hope with the people of Europe. Be a piece of clay. Don't waste your hope. Don't waste it. Thank you.